we should be live. I hope. Let's just get my things working as properly. Yeah, we're live. Super. Everything works now. So, let's continue what we were working on last time. I'm sorry if I sound a little sick, but I've been having this coughing since yesterday, so my throat is a little sore. But I hope it's okay and you can still understand me, even though I sound a little when I talk. So let's get back to where we actually were working last time. I think it was here. Yeah. So I will just let people come in the chat and stuff and in the stream before we continue really on here. But what I will talk about is a little of things I have been doing off screen. First off, we have here. I've changed the whole layout actually to make it in dark mode instead of the light mode, because I think this actually it's more nice to look at in. If I go to what was it? Tools. If I go here, I can set it to dark. But before we had that default, and this is not as pretty to look as this is. I think I'm more like this. It's more pleasing to the eye to look at. In general, I think dark modes it's so much nicer to look at. So that's one thing, but that is not something that has with the game to do. I actually figured out how to use these things here. I found a plugin that let me control them. So if I go to edit here, the plugin then has some restrictions, and like I said here, so player restrictions, event restriction, and there's no reason to be a space there. So events are not allowed to move around on tiles that had the region 2, for example. So I have a chicken right now because apparently there is no ducks in this game, but I have a chicken at the moment. I will change it out later to a swan or duck or something else. It's just a placeholder right now that can swim around in this, and I made it so it can't swim on these tiles here. And the reason why I have 3 here is a restriction again, so they don't walk onto land, because I don't want them to walk around up here. So that's why they are there. And it also has I could actually but just made this all restriction instead of restriction 3. Oh well, but and my player is not able to walk on the road now with this restriction either. So that is what I have been doing here, and so when we leave the house we can't go on the road. Also need some thing down here. I think I'm placing some events here that says that I have to go to school or something, so you can't. Actually, only here because you can't get over on the other side of the road. But here, so we can't leave town in the wrong direction. Or I could just make so either way leads to the school. But I think I will just have one way to do that. And of course, it's the furthest away because that makes more sense because you see more of the map that way. I am thinking of making this a little smaller maybe, so you can see more of the park. But I think I will actually use this area when we make the next cutscene thing. Other things, inside the house, again I have the restriction working now so my cat doesn't walk into these places. I've placed 2 up here too because I actually forgot it before, and the cat was actually, yeah, I only had 1 there, so the cat was still staying there, so that didn't work. And also I placed 1 down here because our character starts here, and if the cat stays here then we can't move out of that area. And then we have the school. I had changed out last time we were working on the cutscene, and that didn't go as well as I had hoped for, so I had changed out a lot of how the cutscene works. I actually don't use these 2 tile sets all at the moment, but I will do it. I'd also planned that I will probably not work on cutscenes doing these streams. At least not as much as I did last time, because the only thing we did was actually working on a cutscene for 3 hours or something like that, and it turned out it didn't look that great, so I kind of scrapped the whole cutscene. Anyways, but I can show now how the cutscene looks now compared to last time. For those of you who were in the stream last time, probably remember, and for those who weren't, you can see my stream on my YouTube channel. It's the parts 2 and part 2.5 that has the cutscene. There's 2 videos because my internet disconnected, and then the stream got cut out in 2 parts. So, and I don't want to use time in a video editing program to fix that, because that takes way too long, and I don't have time for that. At least not a 3-hour video. It will take like 6 hours, 7 hours to render for my computer sometimes. So, but as you can see, we still have the move around. But now the cutscene actually starts when you enter the school ground here. So no matter where you start going in, it happens the same. So, but the cutscene looks like this now. And then we have text in the bottom. You can scroll fast through the text if you want. And then I have, when she gets, actually there's something I have to edit here. I didn't think of that. That's actually a good thing. But this cutscene here, when she gets up to the top, that text box shows up first, because I have set an event actually to make sure that happens. Conditional, what is called? I can't remember. Not a variable, the other one. It's a switch. So, and then this happens, and we have a new character that comes up here. Also, I will just quickly change out the little prompt on the word. I have ended the cutscene there because I haven't made any more of it. But the characters is up here. They're only active when the cutscene is active. So, if you by some means could get in here, you will not be able to see them up here at all. What I do want to change out is, though, this is the cutscene. This take the whole cutscene, whatever happens. And I have made 2 common events that starts the cutscene, sets everything that is important for the cutscene to work. So changes the location of this character to make sure that what I need to begin with is before it turns back. It turns to black here and then back to normal screen here. I also changed out the coloration of the screen a little so it looks more nice and cartoony. And I have the 2 bars and stuff like that. But there was something I needed to change, which is around here. I need a new one. I also figured out a way to actually use the camera. I'm using the camera movement now instead of my character as a camera. Though when you saw me go from up here to down here in the cutscene I just showed you, sorry, it faded to black and was down here faster than it would have been up here. And I have a way to actually use it. If you take, and I just have to go to page 2, I think, transfer player. The transfer player command actually resets the camera, so where it is placed. So when the character goes in now, I want to start the movie here. No matter where you stand, your character will be repositioned here, and the camera so too. And I didn't think of that. And then I set it to non-fade because I don't want to fade anything. So there we go. And now when we play this cutscene, again, remember what I said about the new event with the other girl running up first started when I get to the point. I'm just going to debug mode there to get up here, but also to show you can't see the 2 actors up there. And I really have to fix this. I realized afterwards that I could go down here for some reason, but not here. So that is not part of what I should be able to. And I will probably fix the door for some other doors down the road. But yeah, so you can't see the event, and I would just go through the wall again. So, but my plan is to make sure that the camera is centered here. So if I go in here, you saw the camera was still in this side until I reposition my main character. So let's try that again. And now it should be centered. And so another day at school starts. Math, history, English, and computer science. I'll probably misspelled something. But as you can see, it doesn't jump to the next event before she's done talking. And also I have those little icons that pops in when they talk. So you can see how their mood is and stuff like that. So there's just like, I don't want to. And that is a lot of work to do. I can show you just in a second how that works. And here we have another girl. And she hasn't that picture yet. And when the cutscene is done, I just place my character here. Mostly because I have not made the whole cutscene done, and that's also why these two are here, but they are passable through. So I haven't done that yet, and now the cutscene doesn't work anymore. So, but that's what I have been working on for the most part. Okay, so what this does, these actually only does one thing, and that is set the control start cut. I made the start cutscene to actually be what started the cutscene. And when the cutscene is done, I have all the way down here, I have a start cutscene off. So every time I start a cutscene, I can just set this to on and then make sure that this the cutscene is working. And only have one cutscene in everything here now. Unless I need more cutscenes, then I can make new ones that start them. And the way the picture thing works and all that is when I move people and they start to talk, I have two pictures. Oops, that's not how I want it to be. I have two pictures going on here. Not two pictures, but I have your picture first, which says the position of where the picture starts, and it just blends in a little to begin with. So that also why it has a blend of 150. And afterwards, then we have a move picture here. So edit that one too. So it slides in a little when it comes in. And again, we have the number of the picture and stuff like that. It's not the same as here because this one is here where we actually set the picture. And for every emotion that your character needs to have, you have to have a picture. Also, the black bars is also a picture, but that gets handled by the what's called by the common event. So, and the same with the tan that the scene gets. So, but you have to make pictures for every single thing, and also set where it starts. So, when she's standing up, I have these coordinates here. So that is 733, 43, 34. God dang it. 734 by 550, and then it gets moved to 725 when it comes in the normal way she stands up. But when she lies down, the picture dimensions is different. So you can see here that it's down here because here I removed the picture. So here I have it at 568 instead. Just to calculate for her height difference. So she still has a flat line. That's where she stands. And when I remove the picture, also I just have normal text boxes that is transparent and such when they talk there, but I only have one line for cutscenes. So, but I think it looks pretty good. And then I have, of course, the color of the text, the name of the character. I'm thinking of being able to give the main character another name when you play the game for yourself. But that's something I have to change later. So that's why I have the /n command here. And one is the first character. I think it's your main character and not... I think it takes from your character select screen how they have been made, and then this is number 1. And then I set the color to... I think number 2 is red. So that's why it's red. And 0 just changes it back to black. Grayish. I think it's grayish, not black. the color of the text. So that's what these two do, and then of course I have the text. And down here we have the characters, the new character that haven't got a name. I actually should change this one to what's it called? Hey, stomach. What was I saying? To the slash thing here. But I don't know if you actually can make this text from here. You can make that capital letters when they talk. I just want to make sure. So like this. Can I get some? There we go. I don't know if you can actually make it capital. It don't seem like it. But I will figure that out at some point. So, but that's how it works, and as you can see I have 2 line spaces because else the text will be too high, and then I have the name of the character and what they're saying. So that was what you saw before. And for the common events, I know I'm explaining a lot by now, but I really want to make sure that everyone knows what I have been doing in my off time. For common events, we have the first one is just fade out, set the screen to black. Then the next one, I'm quite sure, yeah. And the next one then fade in again, but now the screen is black no matter what. Then it waits for 60 seconds, so we have a little delay of 1 second before, not 60 seconds, 60 frames. And then we have a delay of 1 second because of that, before it does anything else. So what I did is, after this, I set the bars on the screen, so the 2 black bars that was on the top and bottom with the little fade, because I think it looks better when it fades in than if it just is a hard line, like a movie or something. Not that I hate it in the movies, but I think for the game it have a more smooth feel to it. And then I changed transparency on my main character. So my character is now transparent, so you can't see her or him. In either case, what your character is looking like, is a male or female. But that your actors just transparent and you can't see them. Because then I move everything around with events instead of your character. And then I gave the screen a tint when I took it back to, when I changed it back to so you can see again. And I have to set it for 2 seconds, 120 frames. And then I have a little tint. I can just go to edit here. So you can see it has a little lighter color, like a sun is shining more powerful on it. It seems that way at least. I think it's better than the, what was it? Sepia, I think I was using last time. It didn't look that good. And I don't have wait for completion, so everything just runs at the start. And then when I'm fading out, of course, I fade, when this scene ends, I have a fade out again on the screen so it goes back to black. Then we change the screen back to normal colors for 10 frames. I don't know why I have the 10 frames actually. Doesn't make any sense. And I also don't know why I have the top player top off, but I just have to make sure apparently. I don't think I need it, so yeah, but I have that for some reason. But here I tend the screen back to the normal colors. I erase pictures. The picture I'm erasing is the black bars. And then it says the transparency of our character off, so you can see our character again, and then I fade the screen back into normal. And that's what you saw happened afterwards, so I can just show you again. So we're on the same page, and I really hate that music. But now you can see everything that happens is, I really need to remove that. And so another day school starts and all that, so you can see the character ends there, and now we just move because there's no more text. And first when we stop up there, then the next thing happens. And then this. And as you can see, it has that little tent where it's a little more yellow. And afterwards, then we go back to normal colors and you're free to move around and the scene ends. And where did my actors there go? What? Why did they disappear so suddenly? That was weird. They were there last time we did it. Or maybe there was some... I didn't change anything with that, did I? I just turned off. Oh, maybe because before it actually didn't got to the turn off, but I don't know. But it works. And this one was actually one I made, so why do I have two of these? Okay, this one I don't need anymore. There we go. And after all this, of course, it says to self-thread AR, so it doesn't happen again. Yeah, so that is it. There was something I was thinking of, I can't remember what it was right now. What was it? It seems like everything is working, so I don't know. So, but I think, as I said, cutscenes will be something I will either work on in my own time, or I will wait. For bigger cutscenes, I will actually work on them in when we get to the end of the game, so I can work on them properly. But I think I will be something I'm working in my own time. So I just give a quick explanation. Of course, you can comment if you want to see me make one, but it's just that so many of the videos would be cutscenes then, instead of actually gameplay. And I think when I've done with the game and I release it, then I think it will be more fun for you to actually see what the cutscenes look like than get given everything. So, but I will show that one, or maybe you will actually see them as I make them, and then when I start the stream, I will show the cutscenes of what I've been doing. But yeah, I will work on this cutscene still because I have no clue of dialogue still. I only have an idea of where the game is going. So, but the whole school thing here is one cutscene. Also, I had to change out some of these characters in here and figure out how all that works. So that is one cutscene, and when this cutscene is done, we have to figure out where our characters should be placed after the cutscene. So if the whole cutscene should just be the whole school day, or we actually should let the character do stuff. I'm actually thinking of maybe what's it called? After the first cutscene has been played out, first part of the cutscene, then make maybe a lunch break or something, and you can actually go around in the classroom here and talk to people. So what we're gonna do is from here, I will maybe change it out down the road, but then we take this one, edit, and then for now we will just set our characters thing to here, and no fading, but I will be facing up. And okay, so now that the cutscene has been played out, I will be in this classroom here. Oh right, and now I remember what I wanted to do. Actually, I think I should do it up here. And find this one. and then new, and then map. If I can find it. Over here, I think. Yeah, there. Just map name display. Map name display. Should it display the names of the area when the cutscene is going? I don't think I want that. So I think I will turn that off there, and then when we get back to this point here, new, set it on again afterwards. So because I was now it can test it also if you get the place back in the school. So, but I know nothing against if it says the name here. But when we go into the cutscene, I don't want it to show the name of the areas. So here, then it doesn't show the name because before when I was transferring player, it says the name again. So let's just quickly get through here. I can't do it faster than this because we still wait for the other one to say stuff. And then there we go. And then we get transferred in here. And now it says where we are. So this is how it's supposed to be. And I know I have a lot of access around here. And it's a really empty classroom actually. I think I will change out how the classroom looks also. But I don't know actually how Japanese is. That was good talking. I don't know how Japanese schools look. So that is something I have to figure out. So, but now that we're in here, we can move around, talk to people, and why didn't I save? First off, this one I will just delete. I will delete everything that I don't need in here because I have changed stuff out. There probably is a easier way to do this. Whoops. And there we go. So right now I'm just going to take the whole classroom and move over here. If I may, oh right, I am the wrong layer, so here we go. And then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we go into the map, edit, and there we go, and we just fix the corners here. So everything looked right. Okay, so now we have the classroom. Again. The next thing I will do, I will just go to outside here again. Because now that we moved the classroom, this one is actually wrong. So let's just edit this real fast. And place it on our seat again. There we go. So now we end up on this seat. That is our seat now. So what we want to do in here is add some characters. I will be adding characters with the wins, of course. So, but the problem again is I don't have. I think again I will make some placeholders. So our teacher is a goddess thing now, apparently. That is our teacher. She will just be standing behind the desk for the duration of everything. And then we can give her some dialogue. If we go here, show text. Again, I will, when they're talking normally, I will add pictures to them. So let's see if we can find. There we go. That is now our teacher. I'm also thinking of adding this is something, and then now we try to use these brackets here for every time we talk about our character. So there we go, and everything else seems fine. Window, bottom, preview. Look, I forgot that. For some reason, when it hits this barrier here, when there's a picture, it can't figure out how to go to the next line, so I have to do it myself. It also depends on the length of the name, of course, so... But there we go. I will playtest this and then set a save point after the cutscene. We can make 20 save files, so now we have to watch through this again. In a normal video, I will quickly step past all this, but I can't do that right now. So we have to wait. And there we go. Okay, so this is our seed. Again, I will probably see if I can figure out a way to make sure that the back of the chair is actually in front of the character, not behind. It looks really stupid. But that is something I will look into in my own time. Again, it's not something I will use time on. I see the stream more as progress than making things look nice and pretty. I can always do that and then show it off in another stream. So, but I think I can do it with parallax. Just take the back of the chairs and then place them in. Or maybe make a tile that is actually the back of the chair. And make sure that back is on top of the character. Or something like that. I should be able to do that. So I will look into that later. So, but now we can actually... This is something I can help you with. And I'm also thinking of... Now you can see that the text box is actually blocking the free down. The chairs down. So plan is to make a save file for the performance, and as you can see now it's called the class name. So if I take her, copy paste it down here, change this one out. It's also an easy way, and then the character we saw running towards us before, I think I will use her. She should have an character sheet or right, NPCs. There we go. There she is. Actually, I would change how she went. She's looking this way. So when you talk to her, edit. We have to edit the picture, and I think, yeah, we have Lucy. Her name is Lucy, so now you know that. The picture will probably be changed too, because, again, this is not the ideal closing, but that's the best I can do at the moment. So... So halfway through the day. So this is when we talk down here, and what I want to do now is actually set the text box on the top when we talk to her. And then new, because now we're giving a choice. So show choices. We only have two, and yes and a no. Again, window right position. It's fine, I hope. Window dim transparent. So this is good. And now we can say yes and no. So new, show text. Again, we're gonna need this picture. My plan is to make more pictures for the characters so they have more emotions when they talk to in here. So they can be disappointed and stuff, but I will not do that yet. Again, I have to make spell checks on everything I'm writing here, so I'll see if I can get one of my friends to help me with that. Again, this one in the top. I can spell. There we go. So let's meet at the park after school. So no clue why they can't just go from school, but I want them to meet at the park. And the park is the little area we saw earlier today. So that is her response to that. Actually, I think the choice is I actually think I will new text box again, make sure it's on the top, and I'll use my character if I can find it. She's there. So, and again top, so everything's right there. And then I will just take these two, copy paste them. If they say no. I really want my character to say stuff, so it doesn't seem so, what's called, sterile. Like there's only one character. So, sorry, I don't have time today. And then if we say no, she will say then instead, sorry, I don't have time today, what about tomorrow? And then we can edit this one. And of course that if we say no, then this one happens instead. So, and what I want to do now is new, and then we're gonna make an thing. I can make a switch. I can make a control switch here that just says Sure. Only one. So like that. And if we say the first one, it is set to on, and if it doesn't take, then it's still set to off. And after this whole conversation, we have we're gonna set a stealth switch. So, and then we copy this one, paste it, and we'll just delete all this. Then we make a new one where we make a conditional branch. My program is lagging at the moment. There we go. A conditional branch that is if after school is on, I want it actually to have 2. And also we have to make sure that it also sits on. So if it's on, then it's what when we said yes to go to go shopping after school. So I think actually instead of this I will just find Lucy there just to make it easier on myself. So we have 2 lines of text depending on what I said. See you at the park after school. And again, top. And down here, this is when we say no thanks to do it today. I make sure to make trip, not trick. And that is when you said no. And then I will just take one more here, so we have our character. Something like that. So let's see. This will be a 2 tester. So classroom. As again, we can talk to our teacher, who is apparently an angel for some reason. Still need to make characters for this. So yeah. And then again, we can talk to our friend down here. I don't think I can talk over this. Actually, I can. That is neat. And I can't spell through for some reason. Let's see her at the park after school. That's all she says now. Because we said yet to take this on. So let's just try to end the game to the title, because then we take the other one that we can talk to, and again we can just go down here and talk like this, which we want to. Halfway through the day, want to go shopping on the way home? No. So I don't have time today. What about tomorrow? And then what about but sure, tomorrow is fine too. And then I made sure to make a battle plan for the shopping trip tomorrow. Battle plan? That sounds dangerous. So, but that works, so that is good. And yeah, that's actually what we can do here. So our thing there works, and of course I will add more NPCs in here that you can talk to. The only important one is this one. Important. I will say that in conversations because it depends on if you talk to her or not during this time. But it will change something later on. That's why I actually made it, because I want things to change. So now I think the next thing that happens is you leave the classroom after to make things progress. Maybe the teacher will actually say something, go get lunch or something like that. Or maybe when you talk to your friend down here, she will say something, let's go get lunch or something, and then you can leave. Or maybe you can actually leave first if you want that. So you will be able to miss things in here, I guess, depending on if you want to leave or not. So, but let's just save here. I remain first save file. I'm not even playing the game. I'm creating a game and I'm making so much save files. So, but when you leave here, then another cutscene. I think another cutscene should play that leads to the next part of the game. So I will figure out how that works. But then first off, we'll make we'll just make a new transfer. And for now, I will have it transfer me here. So depending on, that is actually where I want things to change. I will make it a cutscene for it later. For now, it just transfers me here. And I'm down. Mostly because I will play a cutscene. So I don't want to make too much of these right now. But when you leave classroom, then things will happen here. Where I was saying, when you leave, it's in the afternoon. So if you talk to your friend and they talked about meeting at the park, she'll be waiting over here for you, and you will actually be going on this side of the street. So it's the easier way to get here. But what is going to happen is I will make two cutscenes. The first one is if you're leaving, you don't have time, then you walk here and you walk. It's about the way home. And if you want to go shopping, then you walk over here. But when you get down here, around here maybe or something, and want to go inside, you see your friend here calling out for you. Then you hear a truck coming, blazing from down here, I think, or something like that. And a little girl that's over here that runs out to get over on this other side of the road. She hears the truck coming, and she stops in the middle of the road. And then, when the truck is about to hit her, your character will either jump from this side of the road here or from this side here to save her. So it is an easy one to make, depending, because every event for the little girl and stuff is the same. It's only your position that is different. And the same from the truck that's going to hit you. And when that had happened, then I will actually change the transfer here again. We get transferred to a new map again. So we're going to make a new map. And it's gonna be... for now, I will make it a white map. Which means that it's just a white one with an event on. So if we go to our classroom again, then I will change this one to go to this map, and I will just place there. And that is as it should be. And apply and okay. So, but this is not a cutscene. This is just a white map. So I will just edit this real quick. Call it the void. Actually, I want it just to be named the void. A display name. I will actually have a display name for this one. So I don't want anything on this map really yet. I think I will make some graphic for it that can be displayed. But what happens on this map is actually we're gonna have a conversation. So we add a new one, and this whole thing is just taking place in this in here. I will probably add some stuff on the map. So, but we're taking just to make a conversation now. So here. I don't know if this should be a window or not. Actually, it just should be text, but I don't like floaty text. That much. So new. So text. Of course, in this particular here, I want this to be in the middle. And I want this to be transparent, because what I want to do here is actually, if I can remember how it was, I think it was something like this. Can I see a preview of this? And now I wished it was able to actually send a text. It doesn't look right. So I can do it like this, I guess. Something like this. Maybe there. Oh, that's too far. Show balloon icon, player. Question mark. I'm not sure that's how it's spelled, but I try. Okay. I actually want to check how this looks, just to be sure that's how I want it to be. So this one leave it last. Okay, we have our first problem here. This one has to be an autoplay. So good thing we tested that. Let's see. I will probably have a little delay on what happens here. Again, I will fix some of the things up. Where am I? It's so dark. That didn't look good. What happened? I was on my way home at I will probably do this another way. Actually thinking if I think actually I can make it with pictures. That should be able to. So make a picture fit in the text, then maybe just have the text box. So I get this arrow here. Pop in afterwards. What happens if I have a blank text box? If I take copy paste this one. Oops. Edit. Delete everything in this. If I just have a blank one, then I should okay, don't think I will have the name of the yeah, if I have a blank text box, I will just get the arrow. I think actually I will make it with pictures instead, the text that pops up, because then I can get it to fade in and fade out. So it looks more weird, and I can actually place the text around how I want it. But I will probably still have it in the center. But I have an easier way to work with it, I think. So what I'm gonna do now is, yeah, and it just repeats itself because of what I have done. I'll actually take this one, edit, window, apply, okay. So I will just play this one more time to get a window. It's dark. So this window here is where I can type text in when I take it as a picture. I will work on it in the weekend maybe. I don't think I will be streaming in the weekend. I have a big Pokemon Go day tomorrow because of an event. So, and Sunday I will probably work on making this cutscene and the other cutscene finished. So, and play some Luigi's Mansion 3 because I haven't had time to play it at all. I think I played it half an hour yesterday or something like that. But I think I will be making this in here when they talk to each other, and making this window here have the text. But I will take a screenshot of this, put it into Photoshop, and holy crap, my feet is itching. That is irritating. But I will take this and then I can type in the text to make it match in this box, so I know where I can put it. And then I get this arrow every time the player can, because when you press this arrow, when you press here, I can in here, just not in here, in here, just like I did in the cutscene. I can have pictures appear and disappear at command, and I can just If I go to school here, I want to go to school. No, please don't. I can have edit this one. The picture when it comes forth. The question is though, yeah, when it comes in, it just happens. I don't know how fast, but then I can set a delay on how fast you can actually the text box shows up and stuff like that, so I can work and make it looks better. That way, I think. I just have to figure out which entire of because I want. I don't like when they have a lot of different fonts. So I figured out what font it is using and use the same font, or at least one that looks similar to that one to make it look better. I think that's what I'm going to do. So all the conversation here will not happen as I want it, but I want to make it so I will probably make everything up. If not make the whole scene, I will probably make a lot of things ready for the scene, and then next time I will put it together so you can see the whole thing. At that point, again, I really want to make a lot of progress when I do this, and these smaller things where I have to do a lot of things to make this work, I will probably do in my own time. So, but what I want to do is actually in here. Sorry. I will give the player a choice. Right now I'm doing it with that text box. Also, again, so I actually have the text box to work off when we get to that point. So I will give you a choice. You did good. Is that how it's spelled deed, or is no, that is dead? I think deed is like this. I'm not sure. Or is it deed? I need only a spell check on these things. I'll give you a choice. You did a good deed. I will. Okay, that's stupid. So no matter what, it has no idea of how to actually do this properly. It seems. You'll have to do it yourself. That's a little stupid. That they don't cut off automatically. Oh well. I will rebirth you into I'll rebirth you into another world on one condition. I think that's how it's spelled. You have to save that build. I can't spell. Then maybe I can. I can rebirth you into your world afterwards. Okay, I think I will remove this one. That's a weird sentence in some ways. So again, much of this text will actually be made by what is it? With pictures afterwards. So it's not that important, but I really want it to be there. So okay, and then we get a choice. New. So choices, yes and no. And then new. If you say yes, then we have okay, then choose your avatar for this new world. Will you be a boy or a girl? So now I actually give the player the choice to choose what gender they want to be. So here we make an unusual choice. Boy, girl. I actually thinking of doing 3 choices. Something else. So you can actually play as 3 different things. And something else is a third option. So, but I will look into what that has to be going to be. So here we can just new, and then we should be able to. Now I have to find it, of course. Change encounter, change formation, change actor image. So if you choose to be another one, I will just take this one. If you want to be a boy, actually, then you change it to this one. Again, it's just a placeholder. If you change, I'll just copy paste this. Edit. If you take this, then you will change it to this one. Again, placeholder. And something I haven't made yet, so that will not be a possibility. So we gonna do this. Coming soon. I'll just make it at some point. So please don't check. Please don't pick this one. Actually, I should probably edit this one. Default is 2 right now. I will add something else down the road, but not now. And what will you be known as? And then new. And then, if I'm not mistaken, there is our now I have to see if I can find it. Contextual choices, input numbers, select items, show scrolling text. Not done for these. Control switches, control vehicle, self, timer, conditional loop, break loop, exit, command event label, jumps label, command, gold, item, weapon, armor, change party members, EP. Okay, change name. So now that we go to other characters here, I will probably and then they're gonna be named. Oh, can I not do that? Now I'm curious. Yeah, I know that. I just have to figure out how to do that. Change class, change nickname, change profile. Oops, I clicked it by mistake. Well, we just wait 2 seconds. No profile. But yeah, shouldn't there be some way that you can input your name? I'm also curious actually to some of the other things. Also this change actor image. Oh wait, I think actually I have done goofed. Edit. This doesn't change the actor image. I want to change this one. So if they choose a boy, then this happens. That's what I wanted to do. I did not goofed. There we go. And if they choose this one, of course, edit. Still the first one we have to work with. There we go. Okay, much better. Okay, and now new. So, but yeah, how do I change the name? Is my question right now. This is the map, this is system settings. I would think it should be here, but I'm not sure. Because the only thing I can find is this one. But here I set the name for them, and that's not what I want. So is there a way I can get them to be able to enter things? Is what I'm looking for. Because I think it would be more fun for the player to actually name their character themselves. And I know it's possible because the name is it's being saved in a variable. But the way this works right now doesn't seem like I can find it. So maybe I will find. I will look up on the internet later and find something maybe. Because right now I can't find something that does. Oh wait, maybe this one is what I'm looking for. It actually is. God, I'm an idiot. That was what you were talking about. I just couldn't find it because I'm blind. Okay. So how long should a name be able to be? I will set it to 10. Most names are not longer than 10, I think. Or should it be longer than 10? I have 2 names and both of those names can be in 10 characters. So I think 10 is a good run right now. And I set it to the right character, yes. New. You will now be known as... What the hell did I do there? That is actually something I didn't think of when I said I will do it with pictures. I can't insert this thing with pictures. But okay, I can make it a test here. I think I will change what they say here. Instead of you will now be known as, and then your name, I will say, and then they will send it to. I will send you to. I'll send you to the new one. I will still figure out what they're going to say, but this one here, I think I'll just say. There will just be some other text that's reference you being as a hero or something like that now instead. So that is what I'm going to have in here. And of course, if you say no, new. What a shame. And then afterwards, new. And then we have the game over screen because you didn't choose the path you were supposed to do. And here I will have a transfer player to. I'll just go here. New map. I still don't know what I will call this, so this is just going to be a new one, and then we can send new transfer player to this map, and then just here somewhere. Okay. Okay, and we go to this map because this map is going to be edited a little. Also because this is an outside and not an overworld. We'll just quickly make a map here. Something like this. I know this isn't beautiful, but that is not the point in it anyways. Actually, I need to be... Yeah, that is right. This... Alright. There, and there's something wrong here. This is supposed to be this. And then we can do something like this up here. I don't think that works as it should. It's not. I have not seen you do that, so this one needs to be here. So you have nothing to say sorry about. I need it to be one more over. Something like this, I guess. I hate when I do that. Okay, let's see. Take this whole thing here. That's it. I take this whole thing here. One down. Move everything here and there. Okay, better. Ah, I got headache. That looks fine, I guess. And then I want some something like this, I guess. And I have no clue what the difference is between these. Maybe these actually hits the rock. So maybe something like this. Do they have is there an event that does that? I'm just curious right now. Add the evil ones to people. Does not look that way, sadly. I can't see what this is at all. What is this? Not a transfer. I'm thinking of this one. Okay, just test this. Well, that didn't work as planned. Okay. Is this one I need? And edit transfer player. Seems like, where the hell is I have my water here? Okay, but my player will be transferred to that place at the moment. Okay. What happened to my water? What? That was weird. It just deleted half my water. Okay. I'll test this. The first thing we try to do is the first thing we're gonna do is just say no. No? What a shame. I really hate when that happens. Holy crap, this is loud. So, but again, it's not that big a lose. Normally I hate these one choices death things. But since you don't lose that much by saying no there, then I don't think it's that punishing on you. Since you have not seen that much of the game yet. It's only max, I think, 10 minutes into the game that can happen, so... Okay then, choose your avatar for your new world. Will you be a boy or a girl? I'll be a girl. Okay, so now we have our avatar. Again, maybe I will change it up so it looks better down the road. But again, I don't have that much competent. I'm not competent. I don't have that much confidence in doing JavaScripting myself, so I can't use that much. So I go with what I can now and then see how it goes. And what will you be known as? Okay. How do I delete? There we go. So what will our name be for now? It'll be... Okay, not supposed to be two. Okay, so they actually have some things to choose between. And again, I think 10 letters is actually good to what you need, so that's fine. And you'll now be known as Sakura. I will send you to the new world. And everything has changed. So I think that's a fine little gimmick, and it works. So we make a false save. I'm actually curious. Let me just go back to the title. Continue. All right, the new world, and the new world that doesn't have a name, so that doesn't show a name. I'm actually curious if you can delete. Can you delete save files? Always dash or remember. Okay. These are just standards. first off, let's just get to this one. If I say like this, what happens then? Okay, that actually looks like what I was looking for, so some splashes. So there we go. How does this look now? Again, a lot of testing. That looks pretty good, I guess, for what it is. So, and we have our new actor that we're playing with, a new character here. So, I still wish there were soft turns. I really hate when you just press once, then you get thrown away. Actually, does this support controller? It does. And actually, pretty good. Okay, so that works. I was not sure if I could actually use one. What plugins I'm looking for at the moment is I'm still looking for a plugin that can send a text. If you remember, I had I don't need to save for the intro of here, for example, when I had the sorry, I had the scrolling text. I really wanted something that could center that. It's one of the things I'm looking for. Other things I'm looking for at the moment is, I don't know if that's a plugin that should do that, or if it just is me that doesn't know how to code it. But if I go to town here, when NPCs, if I make an NPC, walks off the edge here, they can't go any further. They stop there because there's no more map. So I want a way for them to leave the map, but in a smooth motion. So if my character is standing here, I can see the edge of the screen, so they don't go here and then stop. That they have the ability to walk further than the map is. Without the map, I have to make the map longer and make it so that my character just isn't able to go to that part of the map. If that makes sense. I think I can actually... Yeah, you know, if you're standing here, you want to go here, so you go outside the map. So if you can take that extra step, but off. I don't know how you can... It seems like events just stops if they hit the edge of the map. I don't know if Tough actually fixes that problem, so they can actually go off maps. But I don't think so, because Tough is more like making puzzles to move through impossible tiles and characters, like impassable tiles. So I don't think I can move them off maps. That is one thing I really want. And I think that is actually what I'm looking for at the moment. I can't remember if there's anything else, because the two last things I was looking at is, as you can see when I start up the game again, I fixed the naming thing, so now I can actually name what the game wants. I was looking through the code a little, and I actually figured out how to do that. So the save files will be called what the map is called that you're on. So I fixed that one, and I found I was explaining it when I started the stream, but I found a map that actually, not a map, a plugin that helped me with these ones. So now I can use the regions to cut off if people wants to go over on the other side of the road. My character can't cross the road now because of these. So I fixed everything there. So I'm not looking for that many plugins, but there are something I really want to have. But yeah, the two most I'm looking for is the ability to center text in text boxes and or not in text boxes, but in scrolling text boxes. I don't. It would be nice to have in text boxes too, but mostly for scrolling text because it looks nicer when it's centered than on the one side of the screen. And of course, the ability to move character off screen, so I don't have to make the map bigger than it's supposed to be. What are you saying? Well, I hope I have the game does well too. Of course, right now I'm just having fun making the game. But my plan is, depending on how it goes, if you can see on top of the screen, right now I have a donation bar. If that gets filled, I will be releasing this game on Steam. I think because Steam will cost $100 or something to release a game onto, and that would be pretty neat if that could happen. Because it's easier for games to get exposure through Steam, I think. But else, if that doesn't happen, I will be releasing the game on itch.io for free, and then people can pay what they want for it. And then the money I collect by the donation, I will use to get an artist to help me with making better art for it, maybe, and then improve it that way. So depending on everything, I will look into it. And of course, if I don't get a donation at all, I will just release the game on itch.io, pay what you want, and if people want to, if people enjoy the game and actually want to give a little for it, I hope that will help me maybe either update the game down the road so the graphic for it gets better, because that is something you can do, or else it will help me with making a new game where I actually can get people in and help me with doing it, because I have friends that can code in JavaScript, and so it's just me that can't do it that great. I'm not that good at Java at all, and maybe make a better game, a second game, or maybe updating again, as I said, updating this game here to make a better game, make it better, adding some new cool stuff and features to it. I don't like this ground. Why does it only have sand for road? I'm talking so much that it don't work, and when it start working I hate what I'm doing. Why could the sand just be looking like this? I don't like that. The other way I can do it is, of course, this, but that's weird to work that way. Oh well, nothing I really can do about it. That is probably just something I have to live with. So you start over here somewhere, I think, and then you can go down here to get out of this area. I think I will probably expand this area so it does not is. I don't think it should just be this little thing here. Let's add some details up here. And the same over here. And over here. Let's go for the next one and add some trees. That looks weird. Yep, there should not be a tree there. I don't like that. Nope, I actually think I will use the brown ones instead. because they fall more in with the background. Okay, something like this. Looks fine. Maybe I should have a tree up here. Alright, that's why I didn't place a tree up there. I don't want the underground, I just want this. Maybe there actually. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. What else can we be placing? Don't really want anything of this. And this is more like... I have no clue what this is supposed to be. But these are more buildings than anything, so... I know it is that, but I can't see what it's supposed to look like. I really wish that could be placed centered. Maybe I can just... I really wish that was a better door. Oh well, you can't get everything you want, so... Again, I will probably be working on these maps a lot down the road. That looks really weird. Okay, so my plan is maybe I will make a tile myself. That is kind of this. That goes out the mountain here. Maybe if it's just not that high, like this. Yeah, something like that. Because I think your character is coming out of this grotto when I get everything done. And then you walk down here and continue what you're doing. And making stuff. I have no clue. Again, I have a vague idea of the story, so that's why everything's so weird when I work on it. Edit. I still need a name. I'll just call it this for now. Or maybe, can I edit this one? I'll just call it Forest, I think. Giving the maps names, and I think intro and the void. Edit. When I set the display name, that means that I know what the map is going to be called. If I haven't set the display name, that means I don't know what map it is to be called yet. So I think that's how we'll do it. Yeah, that's how we'll do it. Okay, how long have I been going? I've been going for almost 2 hours, so I think I will end the stream off for today. As I said, I will probably first be back again on Monday for streaming. Because tomorrow there's an event in Pokemon Go where it starts early in the morning, and I will be going the most of the day because I have some friends I'm doing it with. And Sunday I will probably use my Sunday for playing Luigi's Mansion 3 because I really want to play that game. I just got it and I haven't got the time for, yet to play it. So, but I really wanted this stream here just to show what I've been doing. And so that's Sunday. And I think also Sunday I will be using the time for making the cutscene here, not here, this cutscene I have here, and maybe finishing up the school section of the game. So in general, just getting everything here done to completion. Sorry. So, and then get some children in here. Maybe see if I can figure out how to give them all school uniforms instead of what they have now. It just my artistic ability is not that good. And also have a teacher who's not an angel. Probably a good thing. So, but fix that up. And have that whole cutscene ready for next time I stream. Again, I cannot promise I will have it because it takes time. Cutscenes is actually really, really time consuming to make. But I will make that, and then I will make this void section here with the all the speech they're going to do. So what's it called? I can't even speak right now. So that the text will show up as pictures, as I was talking about. I know I cannot use this when I do that in the cutscene, but I think it will give more to the game that it shows up that way than just text on the screen with it set in. So that's the thing, and then I think I don't know if I can make it done by that, but else I will make that in the next stream and then set the area that it comes out of here to what it needs to be. What I mean by that is, again, I think I will probably start inside this cave here. So, yeah. Why don't they have any flowers actually? I'm also on the lookout. Okay, they actually have some flowers. Not sunflowers, sunflowers. But it looks weird. They're mushrooms. So, but that is again a thing I can always do for later. So, but I don't know what you think about it. Again, I would really like to know what you guys think of what I'm doing. If you like what I'm doing too, I really want to get that input from you. But yeah, I will be looking into those things for the next time. And again, I will probably work on them on Sunday, something when I get the time. And then stream again Monday. So yeah, that's my plan, I think. I don't have anything. What day is it on Monday? It's the 4th. I don't think I should. I don't think there's anything I have to do that day. So that should be able, because it's first Wednesday. I have something I have to do. And also from the 25th of this month, I can't speak. I will probably not be able to stream during the weekdays, so I will probably only be able to stream in weekends during that time. Because I start an internship by then, so so I will look into it. Maybe I will be able to stream Wednesday evenings also, and then the weekends, depending on how it looks. So, but I will give info about that. I know I'm rambling a lot, but I love to give a lot of information at the end of this video, so you know what's going to happen and when you can see me again. But as I said, always, you can check out the videos that the streams here on YouTube later today or tomorrow, depending on how fast I can get them up. And of course, keep an eye out of my Twitter, because I will post when I go live there. And there's a link to both things down below. And as I was talking a little about the donation thing up there, there is a link down below to donations too. And as I said, all the money that you donate will not go to me at all. It will either go to the game being released on Steam or to upgrade the game to make it look better, because I can get people to help me work. Because as I always have said, I also said it when I was working in RPG Maker XP, I don't want people to work for me for free. This is my project. If I want people to help me, then they need to get a share of what it is. So I want them to be paid for their work, because I really hate to get artists or people that actually live for doing Java scripting or anything. I don't want them to do anything for me for free. Not even though they are my friends, and they probably, some of them will say that will do it for me. I don't want them to do that. I really want them to be paid for what they do. And since I'm not the most rich person at the moment, I don't have the ability to pay them, so I had to work with what I have and can do. So that's the reason why I do it like this. But I have been rambling on enough for now. So you can find this video on YouTube later today. If you already is watching this on YouTube now, then yeah, it is here. And if you want to see when I go live, check out my Twitter. There is a link down below, both on here on Twitch, but also in the YouTube video. In the description, there is a link to my Twitter. And I will post about an hour or two before I go live, and then when I go live. And my YouTube doesn't have a donation button, so you can donate to this project. You can only do this via my Twitch, but again, there's a link to my Twitch, so you can go hop over there and do it to make it easier. So I think that's all the information I want to give now. Sorry for the ramble, and sorry if I sound stupid when I do this. And yeah, I know I talk a lot about the donation, but again, it is the only way I can do this. I really wish there was another way, but because I hate asking for help in general, so and especially if it has to do with money. So, but yeah, I think I've said everything. I think I will not talk about the donation anymore. It's self-explanatory, and if people are asking about it, then we can talk about it. So with that, I will be signing off for today, and I will see you all on Monday, I hope. But keep an eye on my Twitter for more information about that. So until then, I hope you all will have